Boom! What's good, my people? We are back again for another one on this year, the one and only Mystelics vlogs. Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs. What's good, my people? We are definitely back again. I'm of course your boy Mystelics, and this is where I tend to get my views on a number of things taking place in Dominica, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world by extension. So with that said, definitely guys, subscribe, man. Subscribe to this channel. Definitely subscribe, guys. And when you subscribe, click the bell so you can pretty much get all the videos as they come from. I would appreciate that right there. And then I give this video a thumbs up, guys. Of course, give this video a thumbs up would cause the algorithm of YouTube to push these videos further and further and further. This is why you give this video a thumbs up. If you want that to happen, guys, definitely give this video a thumbs up. So definitely do, guys. I would appreciate that right there. And then with that said, now guys, with that said, there's a report going on by the police. Now guys, based on my experience with the police, I have to be very, very careful with what the police has put out. However, this is what they're saying right there. Wanted individuals who are apparently Haitians who came to Dominica and were in quarantine. These are the individuals right there. The first one here indicated to be the name Wisner. I hope I pronounced that properly. Wisner, guys, he's a male. 29, of course, he's a male. Of Haiti. Well, in this day and age, you never know who is male and who is female. Anyways, he's a male, and of course, thank God he's a male, guys. Anyways, 29 years, and of course, he's from Haiti. He was residing in Trafalgar, so I'm guessing that he came back from some trip or something back to Dominica, and he was in quarantine. The next one is Mr. Joseph himself, male, 37 years, of Haiti, who resided in the Poorest, aka Portsmouth region. And the third one is Jean, aka Mr. Paul, male, 38 years old, of Haiti as well. So these are Haitian individuals, and of course this one resided in Pottersville. So I'm guessing that these guys came back, since the police is complaining about these individuals leaving quarantine, and if they say you find these individuals, please report them to CID. So guys, that is a report that I've gotten in this regard to the Haitian individuals who have escaped quarantine. This guy checking born quarantine. I probably have to pay a set of money. By the way, guys, I always have to mention that the Dominican authorities don't seem to be treating the Haitian people as people based on the information that I actually gathered right there, guys. So I'm very skeptical when it comes down to the situation. If I see these individuals, I might not report them at all because of what I understood of what is taking place behind closed doors. These guys most likely paid some sort of money because that is what they like to do in Dominica. They like to make the Haitians pay money, and that boy, I tell you, they like to make the Haitians pay a set of money, and then they keeping them for some strange reason that have absolutely nothing or no sense at all. To the Haitian people listening in Haiti, be mindful of that as well. Those who planning to come to Dominica, be mindful that they will come and might pimp you in Dominica when it comes to your money. Be mindful of that right there. Be very much, those I didn't say, be very much mindful of that right there. Anyways, guys, in consideration to what took place with Joshua Francis yesterday, there was an update given by the police, and this is it right there.
The police is conducting investigations into a stabbing incident which took place in Belfast about 11:20 a.m. on March 24, 2021. Joshua Francis, an attorney who resided at Belfast, sustained a stab wound to his right shoulder blade region, allegedly inflicted by a female at his house. He was transported to the Maho Health Center, where he was treated, and then transported to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, where he is being treated and is presently in stable condition. Meanwhile, one female is being sought by the police in connection with this stabbing incident.
Actually have the picture of the female that they say attacked Joshua Francis. Of course, we're not sure exactly what took place as a result of that situation involving Joshua Francis getting attacked by this female, but I'm sure that we'll get the full scope as time goes by. But I hope that Joshua Francis definitely has some speedy recovery. I showed the video again simply for the fair reason of thinking people to understand that the ambulance individuals were not thinking properly as a result. They're probably checking that they packed the ambulance in front of the step already, so they might as well just leave the ambulance there and bring him down the step. But a number of persons were complaining, saying, hey, don't they actually have a ramp or something? I mean, the only logical thing to have in a hospital that would even be better than a step would be a ramp for you to wheel in and wheel out, especially when it comes down to beds where some people might have to be lying on a bed and you have to wheel them in instead of carrying them up a step. You have to wheel them in on a ramp. Because mark you, persons were saying apparently Maho Health Center doesn't actually have a ramp in there. Well, that is not the case at all, guys. This is the ramp right there. These individuals choose to go down the step. They go down a step with an injured man instead of wheeling the man across down the ramp. And mark you guys, you can see that there's a vehicle there for which the ambulance could have parked there in reverse and just wheeled the man in without all the craziness that happened in that video you see where they took him down the steps. I don't understand how this Some people are saying these were probably NEP workers. I would have to agree. They didn't train them properly because this cannot be people who actually know how to do emergency work. This cannot be. I refuse to believe it, guys. There's a ramp right there. All they have to do is wheel the man down the ramp. It's a very simple thing. And then take him into the ambulance. That is all. So there's actually a ramp right there. They did not use it. They choose to come down the steps. Maybe because they check in. They park the ambulance there already. So might as well just stay there. Or maybe there are some vehicles that was on top there that prevented the ambulance from being there. But the vehicles should not be there in the first place. If there were any vehicles there, should not be there in the first place. This is a health center for emergencies, Magwisa. That's why you're wheeling people in and out to take them to places for which they need to be. Anyways, they took Joshua Francis to the China Friendship Hospital. I'm talking about that very situation right there, guys. I hope they put him in a clean room. There's some information that I got sometime last week concerning someone's relative. And apparently, the nurses actually left this guy there. And they left him there. He's an ill guy. He has a lot of illnesses and this kind of things there. They left him there stating that he was a difficult patient.
When I come back, I want to know that you allow them to take care of you. Do not give them any trouble. If you kill a pain somewhere, you say that you pain somewhere. Okay? But do not give them any trouble. What? The medication that you're
I was told that that room was smelling. There were flies coming out of the room and stuff. And that room was dirty. The man was alive, you know, mark you guys. When the individuals actually went to check on their family members, the nurses and the doctors, whoever told them to actually go through inside there and go to the door that is closed. Now, all the other doors were open except that one. So apparently, when they opened that door, the stench of fecal matter or feces, whatever it is, came in there. I'm like you guys, this is the China Friendship Hospital I'm talking about, you know. The China Friendship Hospital. They put a live human being inside there, saying that he was a difficult patient. They left him inside there, guys. And 3 days later, he passed away. This is the kind of conditions that I've understood from family members of this individual, stating that that is what took place right there. Now, I understand that nurses and doctors might say, oh, he's a difficult patient. But if you're dealing with a difficult patient and the patient needs help, assistance, and this kind of things there, I mean, shouldn't you have the training? And this come back to training again. Shouldn't you have the training to then understand, okay, there might be difficult patients, and this is how we handle difficult patients, instead of leaving the guy there in inhumane conditions where the people go inside and smelling the fecal matter. You guys can actually see the bed and stuff right there. That was stuff on the bed, and they left the bed there and they put the guy on the other side. That is the situation that we actually have in Dominica when it comes to the hospitals, man. You mad in your head to do that in the United States? The entire hospital shutting down. You crazy to do that in the United States? You mad? But it's Dominica alone, we accepting my kind of things there. And it's not to say it's lie. I have the video footage evidence inside there. 3 days later, the man passed away. This is a very, very sad situation indeed when it comes down to Dominican healthcare. We don't seem to understand what healthcare means. New hospital, not true. New hospital, same attitude. I spoke about that long time ago. 2017, I spoke about the very same thing. When they talk about building hospitals and this kind of things. It is not just about the buildings, it's also the service that have to elevate. The training has to elevate. Everything has to elevate to put in the new building. You cannot have an old dirty body, put in new clothes and think that that is going to make you, and think that somehow, yes, it might look impressive because you have new clean clothes. But if your body is still dirty, you will still take the stench of that person's dirty body. You will look at the body and see it's dirty, even though there's brand new clean clothes on it. You have to bathe the body first, or the clothes self will get dirty much faster. I don't think people understand that whole concept right there. I think a lot of people are dwindling when it comes down to these things. And hey, I guess we just have to stay quiet when it comes down to this situation. Right there. Interesting stuff. Anyways, guys, with all that said, I must make mention of something that I actually did on a reaction channel, on my reaction channel yesterday, guys. And I was talking about the whole situation involving Reginald Austri and what he was stating to Cara Shillingford. And somebody made an important post. Guys, the link of the reaction will be in the description below. I urge every single one of you guys to go and check that reaction out. I will post the link in the first comment in the comment box below. Guys, but this is what the individual stated right there. Reginald Austri is trying to convince his people, the Liberites, that Cara Shillingford is doing Dominicans an injustice. Why? Just because she succeeded in the Caribbean Court of Justice, aka CCJ, and of course appointed the final court by our very beloved current Prime Minister. Her case was simple to the fact that members of parliament are equally eligible to be prosecuted in the court as any other citizen. You break the law, you have to be equally placed before the law. And he said, Reginald, understand that vibes. You want to say, no, it's Dominican people you're trying to give bad name, and she's jealousy and this. Nonsense, absolute nonsense, guys. I don't want to go too much in that, guys, but definitely, guys, definitely check out that reaction video right there. I went full-fledged into it, guys. I give my whole scope, man. Whole scope. My video is supposed to be normally 15 minutes. When it comes down to reactions, guys, that thing went on, man. I give the whole scope, so definitely check that out right there. And then I'll be doing another reaction later on, but that's just a comedic one, who's apparently somewhat similarly seems to be a supporter of the DLP, and of course he's in a kind of a situation. I'll be talking about that in a while. So definitely check out the reaction channel right there for this here reaction today. And of course, Kara Shillingford responding to that of Reginald Austri in terms of the whole thing that he was saying. Now guys, I got some more bad news again. More bad news after bad news. You swear bad news. Why is today? Bad news Thursday, man. Bad news coming after bad news, man. Guys, apparently this is a situation right there. 19 go home. 19 go home from where? 19 go home, guys. Flow to end Marpin TV production at the end of this month. That is March, guys. In a nutshell, you guys can pretty much check this out on the Sun newspaper. Of course, they actually have it online, so you can definitely check that out on the Sun. I think it's sundominica.com. Or you just type in Dominica Sun newspaper in Google and you'll get there and check out the articles right there. But guys, from the reports right there, it's stating that from all reports, not some, but all reports, it could be that government decision to end the 50-year monopoly with Flow and move over to its competitor, aka Digicel, for the provision of telecommunications and ICT services is beginning to cause some financial problems. Now guys, you can pretty much check that article out. You can pretty much read the rest of this thing for yourself, but pretty much in a nutshell, they are saying that 19 individuals have lost their jobs. Now people are saying I need to talk about the good part. Okay, the good part is at least 11 out of the 30 individuals have retained their job, but 19 out of the 30 individuals, that is more than half, guys, 19 out of the 30 have lost their jobs, and the positions that they held will be made redundant as well. So less jobs, guys, less jobs, not true? We're doing so well. We're a $1 billion economy with less jobs coming in. Forget about less jobs coming in, guys. I got some more information right there, especially considering the whole situation with small businesses. Small businesses is vital, but before I get into that, guys, I must make mention that, of course, Dominica and, of course, Dominican Republic actually led a match yesterday, and, of course, to qualify the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifications, and, of course, Dominica versus Dominica Republic yesterday, guys, and at halftime, they were equally at 0, and unfortunately, at full time, Dominica Republic got one over Dominica. And of course, the captain, Glenson, was deeply sorry about this, stating that the loss to Dominica Republic is a tough pill to swallow. I think there's some more competitions coming up for them, so we'll have to keep it up on that vibrations right there. You can definitely check the article or the link right there, guys. You can definitely type that in on your search and you will definitely get that vibrations right there. Now guys, considering the situation of small businesses and giving grants and all those kind of things there, Matt actually had this clip, and I want you guys to pay attention to the full clip.
$1 million over a 3-year period on lending to micro, small and medium-sized businesses. We're giving them $27 million in the first year. So we advance the investments in small businesses, recognizing that businesses need the financing now more than ever. And so I have decided not to wait for 3 years, but to front load the $50 million by giving $27 million in this instance. We're getting this fund from the Caribbean Development Bank, which will have possession of it in early May. And once we get it, we'll be having those funds into the bank. There are 1 or 2 outstanding requirements. One of them resided with the aid bank, and we're hoping that can be resolved, and then the funds will be there. It could be before, but certainly by May of this year. So I encourage those of you who are qualified to apply for this assistance so that your small enterprises may succeed in these very trying times, and very importantly, prepare your businesses for the post-COVID-19 period.
Now, I've heard Mr. Scary speak about this $27 million in the last budget as indicated. But here we're hearing again from the World Bank, another $25 million. So a lot of money seems to be in circulation, it appears. But where is that money? Is it just, somebody's asking a very important question. Mr. Vidal, when monies are given to the aid bank, then as loans, and then given as loans, when the monies are paid back to the bank, where does that money go? Or where does that money end up, since the said monies were given as grants from overseas organizations?
Yeah, no. Most of the monies aid bank gets, they're not grants. They are loans that have to be repaid. They get lines of credit. What the Prime Minister is talking about, I'm not even sure if he's talking about, if he's explaining it properly or giving the full details. But
that's money that he had promised to the small business some time ago, and of course they are diverted.
If it's from CDB, because he just said from CDB, CDB doesn't give.
But the money given before came from the World Bank, and they use the money to do something else. But I'm saying,
right.
Now that we get another tranche there from the CDB,
right?
What is going on?
So the CDB monies will not be directly to the government per se. Chances are these are monies that are given to the world, to the aid bank. Of course, government has to guarantee it, but loans, not a grant. Okay, and so aid bank has to repay it. So whenever monies are repaid, out of his business, aid bank is supposed to be putting money aside to repay those loans. And if they cannot repay, then the government will, because the government is guarantees those loans. So that is the way it normally works. Aid bank doesn't have any sources of free money, except if the government itself decides to give aid bank a grant or something like that.
I don't see any problems with the monies, but in terms of your ability to pay back, that's a problem.
No, the ability of the individual to pay back.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. That's why aid bank, if we talk about the rating, or when we talk about the rating, you see aid bank has been rated by the Carry Chris.
Yeah, Carry Chris, yes.
As a B, which is weak, which is like almost like junk. I mean, we can go into that if you want right now.
Yeah.
But the truth is the economy is so weak. People are not able to service their debts and service their loans, and that's the basis of aid bank's weakness right now. They have a high non-performing loan. That's why they got such a weak.
Carry Chris is giving them that rating there.
Very weak rating, because people are struggling, and it's not just COVID. It's before COVID, and before COVID there was the how you call it, the hurricane. But even before that, the economy was struggling. I haven't seen the direct figures of aid bank, but I would expect before Maria. A good while before Maria, businesses were under stress. Agriculture was under stress. I suspect they already had high non-performing loans even before Maria. It would have most likely gotten worse with Maria.
The only thing that we're seeing happening with the economy, a lot of projects being funded by the CBI, and that's the only money that we see circulating in the economy.
The only money that seem to be circulating is monies from that. There's nothing else happening. Now, that is not a bad thing if you've got your CBI monies, and if you use it well and you put it into roads, you put it into local community projects and village roads, or whatever you do, you fix the roads, and then that in turn, people are paid salaries out of that. That in turn, people go to the stores, they buy and so on. That helps. That's good. There's something wrong with that. So there's some circulation there. But what you see happening is that kind of money is not enough to replace what was there before in terms of the bananas, in terms of the tourism, in terms of Ross. So if you wait, the CBI money doesn't compensate for all the losses we have had.
Now guys, I hope you guys understood every single thing the individual stated right there. A lot of people are trying to, especially the government, they are trying to put the blame on the economy, on the Rona situation. Before that, they tried to put the blame. Before that, they tried to put the blame on Erica. And before that, they're putting the blame on the opposition. These individuals are desperately trying their best to always look at a situation for them to put the blame on it as a result of why the situation is happening to Dominica, especially in terms of the economy. However, realize best of statistics and best of this individual are there. He stated that things were going down, and I know things were going down a long time, guys, because even Ross was feeling a bit of the pressure when it comes on for them to try to do things in Dominica. And although government was making promises to them, things were not happening. So that was kind of frustrating Ross. I used to talk to them, so I know a lot of things, especially relating to that of the government officials and the promises that they made that they would do and those kind of things. Ross has gone. The Marpin people, 19 people are gone. All kind of businesses are gone in Dominica. Yet still, the best thing that they want to do is to give people loans. A thought just popped in my mind. If they're giving people loans and people cannot pay back, that means whatever they put as security to secure the loans for themselves, that means if they cannot pay it back, then most likely the banks will take back that of which they use as security to secure the loans for themselves. That means that people will be losing their houses, all kind of things, their transport, all the kind of things. Their land also can be included in that very thing if they use the land as security. Right there. So in an economy that is not doing well at all, yet still the best thing they decide to do is give people loans. Now, one thing we couldn't understand back in the day was that they said that they were giving grants. Now, I think I heard the World Bank, or I've seen articles of them saying they're giving grants to Dominica and this kind of things there. But then this guy is saying, no, it's loans that they're giving to the aid bank, and the aid bank has to pay back the loans, but they're giving the loans to the people as well. But if the people cannot pay back the loans because the economy is not doing well, how on earth do we expect to then move forward? Even if, mark you, people are trying their best to have their own entrepreneurial businesses out there. Does that make any sense to you? Let's think logically with the people who actually think logically, right there. Not the sheep-minded people, the logical thinkers. Let us think of this situation right there, guys. What are your thoughts? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below. And of course, this is pretty much all about us for this year vlog today, guys. Definitely subscribe to this year channel, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next one. Tell all the wicked, dirty people them to stop their dirty stinking ways. Be real, irregardless of the wickedness that man tried to do to individuals while they themselves get richer at the top. Be real, hope for positive change, and therefore be real, be positive, and definitely with the Most High's help as always, guys. Definitely stay prayed up. Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs.
One day I will blow. Something we gon' show. Wow, this life is a constant uphill battle, but it's also filled with some beautiful moments.